Good morning. This is day 5 of showing you how I sketch, and those are videos that I started with the purpose of overcoming artist block and helping other artists to overcome artist block. Today I'm going to start with a very loose sketch. This is a photo I have taken in San Miguel de Allende, and I'm gonna do a very loose sketch because I'm very sleepy and I didn't have enough coffee. So I'm just going to do something super fast just to warm up. Sometimes I need to do that because I am not really awake, and this is gonna help me to just get going and do better when I am gonna take a little more time to do the sketch. So as I said in the other videos, this is the first time in over 30 years that I am being painting, actually much longer than that because I have been painting and sketching all my life. I am experiencing artist block, and this is how I choose to address it, and I offer this solution to other people who maybe are experiencing the same the same struggle, no? Of not creating, not doing the things that actually they're the things we love, no? As artists, that's what we want to do, sketch and paint. So here is a line of trees, and this is another tower that I'm just gonna enhance a little more than just I want to make a statement that yes, I have two towers. Okay, this is my very fast sketch here, so I think I am a little more awake. And somebody asked in one of the other live streams that I've done that please if I can show the picture and the sketch in the same time. So this is what I'm doing right now, incorporating both. I'm sorry about this light that you have a reflection here from my additional light that I have here, but hopefully it's gonna be okay. I am gonna sketch with this gel pen. This was a Sharpie, a fine point, and I'm gonna sketch with the gel pen and maybe reuse the incorporate the fine point later. So if you are watching, I will very much appreciate if you can make a note, even if you're gonna watch this video later, and just give me an idea of how long have you experienced artist block. If you did experience artist block any time in your life. Somebody wrote me, well, I don't experience artist block. Okay, that's wonderful. But if you find this helpful watching, go ahead and continue watching these live streams and videos that I'm doing. And if you think it's helping you or inspiring you, just make a note, write me a couple of words about how you can possibly use what I'm doing in your own art. I'm next to a school, and sometimes they are a little louder than other days, and right now actually they start playing music, so I'm not sure if you can hear that or not. I am in Mexico, And this is a photo I've taken in San Miguel de Allende, which is a colonial town in central Mexico. I am no longer living in San Miguel de Allende, but I love using my photo references that I have taken from there because it's so characteristic of Mexico and so interesting. I love all these narrow windows, and here are a lot of the flags, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna put them or not. I'm gonna decide later. So this is a photo that was on my to-do list for quite a number of years. Actually, I never painted or sketched it before. This is my first attempt. And here are a lot of trees. And here it's another tower. And as I did in the other quick sketch, I want to enhance this tower a little more because it's kind of lost in the foliage. We have sketched this dome before in one of the other sketches, just from a different perspective, from a different point of view. I think it's one of the most beautiful buildings in San Miguel de Allende. It's called the Nigramiento, and it's a place where are art shows and art classes, and it's a public building. So if you ever visit, I recommend that you check it out. You can go in and you can take pictures, and you can talk to the students and the teachers when the classes are in session. It's like continuing education type of school. Most of the classes they offer are for a longer duration, for for a semester. So you do need to go to class every, I don't know, twice a week or 3 times a week according to their schedule for a number of months. So as a visitor, that makes it harder for you to attend, but nevertheless, it's a beautiful building, and you can take photos that you can sketch. I used to go there on in the inner garden and sketch. It's a quite a remarkable building. They have a coffee shop, if it's still there, with great coffee. If you go, you can tell them that Christy told you about them. They know me. So I am an expressionistic painter, and everything that I do, it's pretty much focus on the idea of creating a feel of the place, even if it's not exact, right? So what I want to show you here is that here is a very nice detail. I don't know if you can see it, that made out of metal. So I'm not sure if it's holding anything. It should be holding this light, but it's quite confusing. So if I put this over here, it's gonna be pretty lost. And if I put this light over here, again, it's gonna be pretty lost. So it's, since it's a beautiful detail and I would like to show it because it's so characteristic, I'm gonna place it in a location where it's visible. Again, if you find this helpful, I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and if you give me a like. That will be wonderful and will encourage me to continue with this project. So I'm going to put a light here. After the video is being processed and I will re-release it, I will include a picture of this reference that I have, and you are welcome to use it, or you can go in the beginning and take a screenshot and use it for your own sketch. And after that, if you would send me a message or if you would write me a note in the end of the video, in the bottom of the video, in the comments, I would really appreciate it because it will motivate me to do more of these live streams and videos of what I do. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I think it's maybe kind of hard when I use this gel pen because it has such a fine line, but I do love it. It's wonderful. It's I find it, I can do much more with it than I can do with the Sharpie. One thing that I want to notice, to mention, and I am noticing when I'm doing this right now, is that the moment I'm not looking at my reference and I'm paying too much attention to my sketch, I am drawing from imagination. So I'm not drawing from life. I'm not drawing what I'm seeing here. I'm just making up things. And I think at some point is nothing wrong with doing this, but probably in the beginning, if you are not a very experienced painter or sketcher, it's much better to actually sketch what you see than to um, to sketch what you imagining that it should be there or that what you remember being there. All right, so let's see how it looks if I try to incorporate um, some of these great flags that are here. So I have a flag that starts here and goes off the page. So I'm going to take it here for the composition purposes. Now, what I want to mention is that I usually draw rectangle because this photo is rectangular. This time I didn't. Again, not enough coffee. And the other line of flags, I'm gonna put it just about here. So as you can see, I'm exaggerating a little bit. So I have more of this triangle here. And then it's another one going this way. And then some that are pretty close to each other. And then some that are actually stopping all the way here. So I'm just putting some lines like this to remind myself in case I want to incorporate everything. So these flags are triangles. So I'm looking at the movement of the flags. And the spacing. So I am just gonna make some darker just to show that the color is changing. And now these flags that I have over here are gonna appear slightly smaller. I hope that the internet is okay today. When I check my speed, I had quite a bit of speed here. Um, it didn't look like it should be a reason to have any issues with the internet. So to suggest perspective, as I am going further in space, I am drawing these flags smaller and smaller and probably with less detail. I think what I'm gonna like to do sometime in the future is, well, I can do an acrylic painting. I can imagine how that is gonna work, but I think I can do watercolor. Okay, so this is pretty much what I have accomplished in 20 minutes. Okay, I think it's okay. It's pretty good. So since we still have another 10 minutes, I am going to show you. I'm gonna do another one pretty quick. And this one, it's a photo of San Miguel Bar that I've taken also in San Miguel. I used to live here down the street. And in this case, I am going to, because it's only 10 minutes, I am going to use this fine point Sharpie. So I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start in this corner. I am going to indicate here a rectangle because the photo is a rectangle. And in the other one, I forgot to do it. So this is the edge of my building. And if you find this useful, please subscribe and like and press the bell so you can get notifications when I release something new. Now every time, this is not a class, so I'm not really explaining everything I'm doing. This sketch is done with the purpose of overcoming an artist block that I experience right now. And with the purpose of helping other artists overcoming artist block. And the best way to do it, I have no, it's this way. The way I have noticed that the best way to overcome artist block is by doing. So that's exactly what I am doing right now. I am sketching. And my favorite subject, it's architecture. This is a bar. So those are characteristic doors in a bar. And here I have the sign. If you like to learn how to sketch from photos, you can contact me. I do offer classes over Zoom. So I can work with you at whatever level you are. And most likely it's gonna be a private class. Or if you have a small group of people that want to learn with you, I can work with a small group. So now another thing that I need to capture here is this changing color in the wall. I find this to be very characteristic of Mexican towns, colonial towns in Mexico, as well as San Miguel de Allende. And as I traveled through Mexico, I noticed that this changing color differ. It's in San Miguel de most of the time you have the darker color on the bottom and the lighter color on top, but that's not everywhere in Mexico. There are other places that have it reversed. So here in the distance, here I see down the street, and here in the distance are some houses. And what I'm gonna do here, just to make it more interesting, I'm gonna continue as if it's another, as if I, well, here is very dark, but here I can see a little bit of the other side of the street. And there are hills and there are houses and there are trees. And here it's street light. So I can place my street light in the focal point. And another characteristic thing are the drainages from the water. When it rains, it's you have a river flowing through these streets. So this is a quick sketch. It took me about 7 minutes. So if I want to enhance anything, I can enhance this color in the wall. So here I have a sketch that I can use as a starting point in a painting. And I am gonna consider that. I have painted this before one time and sold it right away. Well, thank you for watching, and again, if you find this helpful, please subscribe and like, and mark the bell, so in case I am releasing new videos of sketching or painting, you can watch me online or you can watch them later. Thank you so much, and we'll see if I continue next week. Otherwise, I will, as far as going live, otherwise I will release more videos of sketching and painting. And if you like to learn with me, just contact me and we can set up something. Have a wonderful Friday. Bye.